Are you ready to make history? Well, we certainly are. Welcome, one and all, to Coventry Sphinx on YouTube. We are live from the drive. It's nearly 3 o'clock, which means it's time for a game of football, but not just any game of football. For the first time ever, Coventry Sphinx play a league match at step 4 of the non-league pyramid. It's Coventry Sphinx versus Quorn AFC, live on YouTube with your commentator Liam Cook from the brand new Coventry Sphinx gantry. Some real hard work has been put into this, and well, we've got a cracking view from the bare end, we just call it, of the Sphinx Drive, opposite to the Willie Nibs Memorial Stand. Pitch is looking in fantastic condition as always, and we're ready for our Northern Premier League Division debut. Let's get into your starting 11, kicking off with our visitors of Quorn AFC. Starting for the Fox Hunters today, number 1, Charlie Woods, number 2, Charlie Mazzano, number 3, Josh Steele, number 4, Kane Noble, number 5, Patrick Zito, number 6, Jordan Goff, 7, Corey Grantham, number 8, Captain Ryan Bezic, number 9, Tyrell Shannon Lewis, number 10, Jack Samples, and number 11, Paddy Webb. Substitutes for Quorn, number 12, Kyle Byrons, number 14, Fabang Doob, number 15, Reese Fife, and 16, Mitchell Canlin. And for Coventry Sphinx this afternoon, number 1, Keelan Fallows, number 2, Joe Percy, number 3, Jordan Hayward, number 4, Jack Downs, number 5, Lewis Guest, number 6, Callum Whiteside, number 7, Dylan Parker, number 8, the captain, Callum Woodward, number 9, Matty Shipman, number 10, Kyle Carey, and number 11, Max Johnson. Substitutes for the Sphinx, number 12, Luke Downs, 14, Sam Ellis, 15, Lee Phillips, 16, Antonio Cristofaro, and number 17, Callum Martin. This is it. All the build-up has led to this. All the hard work on and off the pitch, on the squad, on the ground, preparations for this day. And not just for Coventry Sphinx, but Quorn as well, back at step 4 this season, at step 5. Strap yourselves in, folks. It's going to be one hell of a ride. You won't miss a single kick, shot, save or goal right here on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel. Coventry Sphinx in sky blue and white, Quorn all in red. Making the short trip over from Leicestershire. Check on the net to the left of us where Charlie Woods, I should say, is standing. It's going to be Quorn to kick off, going from left to right. From where we're standing, we're underway. Historic season of league football has officially begun. And Coventry Sphinx kick off their league campaign better than they did the FA Cup. Was losing 2-0 Starport Swifts last week. And a run for Jack Samples. Samples whips it in. And nodded relatively clear by Hayward. Stumbled by Corey Grantham. Washed in from the right. Comes around the penalty area and whipped away by Kyle Carey. Tries to get there ahead of Kane Noble. It's rather windy today, I do apologise for that. It's a clearance. Shipping. Trying to get to that loose ball before the number 6, Jordan Goff did. And it's knocked out on the far side for a throw. Side to take it to the feet of Kyle Carey. Stumbles under the challenge of Josh Steele, and that will be a goal kick to Quorn. you up to date with what's going on around the professional grounds today. But of course, we've already got one result in. Coventry City 3, Middlesbrough nil. Fantastic result for the Sky Blues on a day where many fans woke up to the news that Gus Hamer had left the club. A £50 million move to Sheffield United. Little push from behind by Jack Downs. Referee says no as Downs collects. Parker. Whip it down the left-hand side for Matty Shipman. But it's Patrick Zito getting his boot in the air and blocking it. Hayward with ball in hand. He goes towards Shipman. Appeals with a foul. Referee says nothing doing. Carey finds a way for a sea of red with that ball. Lewis. Woodward getting down and dropping the ball between his legs. Oh, and a bit of afters there between Woodward and the Quorn number 9, Tyrell Shannon Lewis. Picking up on the deck. Woodward went to ground, got the ball trapped between his legs. And as Quorn tried to get it out of there, he gives the foul. Woodward was advised to take 6 weeks out of action. There's no way he was going to miss this historic occasion. He's back in the side and takes his free kick towards Shipman. Put harmlessly into the area by a Quorn defender and collected by Woods. A bright yellow goalkeeping strip, Fallows in pink. At the other end, being his home debut for Coventry Sphinx at his summer transfer. Here's Zito. Shoots on the right side for Grantham, pushing the back from Hayward. Referee says again no foul. Shipman hassled high from Zito from behind. Challenge successful from Zito. Samples tracking back. Picks out Jordan Goff. Sliding into Sphinx territory. There's Lewis. Again, Woodward is his bane. Downs to Carey. Followed all the way by Kane Noble. But still, Carey continues on the right side. Slide by Steele. Takes it out for the corner. Another match ball to be provided on this rather warm day in Coventry. Woodward on set-piece duty. Everyone but Downs, Hayward and Percy is in and around that penalty area, hoping to get a decisive touch on the ball. Woodward indicates he's ready to go. Looking for Guest, surely Whiteside's in there too. Was looking towards Whiteside, but it's nodded across to the captain, Bezic. Font to the Sphinx end of the park. Whiteside sends it back. Shipman nods it across. Woodward, he was expecting a bit too much out of Parker on that occasion. Crossfield ball ends up in touch for a goal kick. Minutes gone here at the Sphinx Industrial Supplies Arena. Coventry Sphinx 0, Quorn 0. Sphinx got the better of the opportunities so far. Carey. Johnson drops down the red shirt on the halfway line to the left-hand side. Shannon Lewis. His midsection and it bounces harmlessly back to Fallows. Fallows impressed in pre-season. Drifts to the left. His first touch. Tantrum behind it. It's to hold off. Find Woodward. Hayward. Haywood. There's a rather soft free kick to give away there, Jordan Haywood. As Jordan Goff intercepted. Shielded the ball from Haywood, and the referee giving a free which I'm not quite sure he really had to give after Mazzano played it back. Woods. Shadow is the target. Going into an aerial duel with Guest, which he is not going to win. Right side. Volleyed on by Johnson. Was in a Usain Bolt there, but it is Woods who claims it. Zeta. Shannon Lewis. From Percy brings it back to home territory. Ball down by Goff. Steele. Now with Paddy Webb. Hassled and harried by Whiteside, holds him off long enough to get it away to Marzano on this right hand side. Space quickly closed down by Dylan Parker. He swipes it away. Cross into Webb. Swung it, didn't get the desired contact, and Whiteside will get it away for now. And it's Sphinx on the counter. Shipman has to halt his run, his path blocked up by Kane Noble. Down, shoved to the ground from the side by Jack Samples. Free kick to the Sphinx just into their own half. Haywood's through on the left-hand side of Woodward. And try and find him, and he does. Great touch by Haywood. Now taking on Mazzano. Lays it off for Johnson. Sphinx count on the edge of the penalty area. Back in for Johnson by Dylan Parker, but the defender got there first and tipped it away. Grantham sliding from behind by Callum Woodward. Got a piece of the ball, but you can't challenge from behind. On the slide at least. Sky Blues, of course, who are in action. England are through to the semi-final of the Women's World Cup. A 2-1 victory over Colombia. Goals from Lauren Hemp and Alessia Russo, sending the Lionesses through. And Arsenal 2-1 victors in the early kick-off in the Premier League. Eddie Nketiah and Bakayo Sako scoring the 2 goals for Arsenal in that 2-1 victory. And Awani getting one back for Forest. By Josh Steele. Punted up towards Lewis. Grantham trying to bring that one to feet, challenging by Guest. Takes it only as far as Tyrell Shannon Lewis and puts it through for Grantham. He got the shot away, but it was blocked on the slide by Callum Whiteside. Parker picks up the loose ball, tries to clear, but this time it's Quorn blocking. Webb the target with that curling ball into the penalty area. Has he kept it in? Well, he did, but not for long. I think he was trying to hook it back in to the danger zone, but it's ended up in the car park. 10 minutes of action have elapsed here at Sphinx Drive in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. Coventry Sphinx 0, Quorn 0. A very even encounter thus far. Sphinx want to cap off their Step 4 debut of a win, while Quorn want to get back to business on their return to the 4th tier. Fallows drifts to the right. Shipman up there. Sent high into the sky by Goff. Gary gets it from the head of Johnson. Thumped upfield by Steele. Out comes Fallows, making sure it didn't reach the foot of Tyrell Shannon Lewis. Risky business for the Sphinx number 1, but it's holds visitors at bay for now. Webb spots the space of Mazzano, racing into it. Crossed by Mazzano, and a first-time effort, didn't have the power behind it. Paddy Webb bounces into the hands of Keelan Fallows. Bouncing the balls, he looks for options. Off the volley. Gary waiting for it, was being pulled from behind. Referee says no foul, but the seconds bounce to Shipman. And a Lunge in by Jordan Goff. The ball is coming back for a while, but it will be a free. Sphinx knocking on the door of the penalty area, about 10 yards down line. Hoofed into the box by Percy. Parker. Tap it back to Shipman. Shipman lost it into the area. Gathered by Woods, no one home there for Sphinx. Delina tuned in. Hello Delina, are you enjoying the coverage? There's it dropping deep in that anchoring midfield role now with Zika. Zika up front and flanking, gets knocked it out. And Zika Granford getting on the end of it, charging up the wing. Sphinx lost a couple of important players over the summer. The lads who remain have stepped up. Charlie Mazzano. Was headed clear by Whiteside, unchallenged. Desic gets Johnson to the seconds. Jordan Goff. Slots Paddy Webb on the left-hand side. Percy outmanoeuvres him. And now Carey. Back to Shippo with that long ball, and again Goff has no choice but to hook it out. Didn't want to deal with Shippo on his own. Sphinx try again with doing some interference with the sound. Percy with the run up there, it goes towards the head of Shippo. Plants off his head back towards. Number 5 down the middle of the park it goes, tracking back as Jack Samples returns to Zito. Shipman. And now Grantham in a one-on-one duel with Hayward. So lay it off to Samples, but it's Hayward who makes the interception and holds off Grantham on the chase. And the Leopards, I think he's took a bit of a touch on the challenge through Mazzano. Trying to get the game started again, but Parker wasn't ready. Now, won't try to take the first side out of position and not been allowed to do that either. Mazzano. 1-2 with Bezic. Just Matty Shipman. Trying to create some space for himself, Shipman. Switches the play over to Carey. It was behind him, so he has to track back. Puts it into the danger zone, got it up rather than out by Goff. Johnson. Chest of steel. Johnson. Balance, use it in touch. I believe he was looking for Joe Percy on the flank. Launching in there. Gets put into the Quorn technical area. Allows his teammates to track back and regroup. 15 minutes gone, still scoreless. But Samples looks to change that. Behind to Grantham. Samples. And Lewis looking for a route through, but there wasn't one. Handball against Jack Samples as the downs looked to clear. It was charged down by the Quorn number 10. It was the arm that got the decisive contact on the ball. Zito knocks it down. Big Grantham for pace. Grantham steps in, barges him out of the way. Good strength on show with the Quorn number 7, but the passing is poor. Parker got on the end of that one, couldn't control. Bezic. as he could, high into the sky, and Hayward off the bonce into touch, preventing the counter from Grantham. Charlie Mazzano looking for options from the right flank. The best one is Besic. Good strong header by Lewis Guest. Parker looks to finish the job. In the midfield, Samples finds his way back into possession. Approach down the left-hand side, and that's an aimless ball from Paddy Webb. Comes out of play for a Coventry Sphinx throw, which Percy will take. Joe Percy. So Steele's heading on to Shipman, and now Parker will make the run against Mazzano. Goes to ground under the challenge. Referee says no foul. The clearance is as far as Max Johnson. Hayward making the overlap past Zito. Hayward in. And blocked mid-air by Besic. Samples has no choice but to play it back towards. Some serious distance on that clearance. Tyrell Shannon Lewis. Now it's with Paddy Webb. Can't take the ball past Joe Percy, and it's given just on the line by Carl Kerry, looking for Shipman, shoulder to shoulder with Goff. Goff sticks his boot in the air, over Shipman, behind the two players, and Besic thumps it towards Guest. Guest taps it out on his near side, deep into Quorn territory for a throw-in to the Fox Hunters. Short delays. Guest caught on the ankle by Tyrell Shannon Lewis. The referee has given the free kick. No doubt both players are trying to get on the end of the ball. But Lewis making contact with Guest's ankle with the studs. You hear the scream from Guest. The foul hasn't been given. It's going to be a throw-in instead to Coventry Sphinx. It goes from Hayward. Shipman the target. Sent it left. Picked by Percy. Beats. Shipman trying to play into Parker. Now it's with Besic. Sent away by Steele. Woodward brings it back. And a misplaced pass alongside Shipman. For a throw-in to Quorn. It has really been a midfield battle between Coventry Sphinx and 20 minutes. Unsurprisingly, we're scoreless. People have been busy at all in this game. Well, that clearance from Woods, you'd probably say that the wind took it, but crowd having to practice their ball control. Hayward, as the wind starts to blustery. Webb. Lewis was chasing him, but he wasn't going to get there. Ahead of Cannon Whiteside, he tries to clear on the far side. He wasn't sure the ball was going to have the legs, neither was Lewis. But it does bounce over the line. It's taken quickly by Steele. Lewis up for it. Foul to Coventry Sphinx as Webb punted the ball towards the right hand side. I think it wasn't particularly successful. The Sphinx man caught mid-air trying to make contact with the ball, but in fact made contact with the Quorn player. same position as it is taken there. Fallows. Looking for the header to Shipman, but beaten to the punch. We're travelling well. Covered up by Percy. Percy sticks his leg in, makes the changes. Johnson. He's going to be Sphinx's main goal threat, so he's going to do everything they can to keep the ball away from him. Joy Grantham, and that looked painful for Jordan Hayward. He's pulled something in his groin, I believe, as Hayward's down. Quorn continue into the area, but Grantham couldn't bring it under control. Shipman checking on his teammates. Hayward trying to stretch it off. Down, he was feeling his groin area. A goal kick as we head towards the 25th minute. We'll be going off air here on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel for around 10 minutes at half time for a quick break. So get back here for 4 o'clock for the conclusion of this Pitching in Northern League Midlands match. Goff wins the header from the goal kick. Put down by Woodward from Jack Downs. Now Shannon Lewis chasing the ball from the midfield. Bundles over Joe Percy. Frustration on show from Quorn. They didn't believe that it warranted a free kick. The referee disagreed. With the free kick. Glanced on by Shipman. Trying to play through for Carl Carey for the crossing opportunity, but turned away by Steele. Safely into touch for a Coventry Sphinx throw-in. Not the most exciting openings of the season we've ever seen. I don't recall either goalkeeper having to make a save yet. Shipman the target once more. Did get his hand on that one, but only as far as Kane Noble, the Quorn midfielder. Over a kick from Downs. Mazzano nods it to the near side where Corey Grantham is on hand. Covered up by Hayward. Mazzano was looking to play it down the right hand side. Oh, and Hayward's gone down, and this is not good news for Coventry Sphinx. He's clearly pulled something. As soon as the ball went out of play, Hayward collapsed in the physio. Very well, I would say, but I think Jordan Hayward's day is done. He's back on his feet, and off the field, and the Sphinx staff are motioning that Hayward cannot continue. I think Hayward wants a bit of assessment before he admits defeat. The change is already being made. It's Callum Martin heading onto the field, straight swap at left back. First change of the afternoon, the injured Jordan Hayward replaced by Callum Martin. Short opening to the season for the left back. Mazzano, it's a 1-2 with Bezic. So on towards Grantham. Kerry to create some separation. Mazzano back to Grantham. Defender, but he couldn't do it on his own. Safety. And Webb wasn't going to reach that one. Tried to get on the end of it. Was completely yards ahead of him, and out for a throw right in the corner. Flicked on towards Parker. Dylan Parker just scooped away from him by Mazzano. Sends it along the touchline and drifts out, I think, just past the Quorn technical area, so about 10 yards into Sphinx territory on the right flank. In fact, they're taking up to the halfway line. Percy in, to Shipman, just down by Parker. Charlie Woods. Goff thunders that one into Sphinx territory. Bit in the air by Percy, deflected out off Josh Steele, who was playing a higher line there. So throw halfway into Sphinx territory on the right side, which Joe Percy will take responsibilities for. Percy's throw. Shipman Percy was pushed from behind. Carey tries to bring it down the edge of the area, and a crucial slide by Mazzano to take it away from him just as he was thinking about pulling the trigger. Clear shirt pull there on Callum Martin. It was a given the other way as Grantham fell to his feet. And played down the right, so a quick free kick. That didn't work. And it's as you were. Coventry Sphinx in possession with Callum Martin. If you're just joining us, Martin is on for the injured Jordan Hayward, who seems to pull his groin. Couldn't get his head on the throw-in. So I can only find Jack Downs. Carey on the chase. And sent over the gantry by Zito. I think I'm going to need a crash helmet up here this season. Martin. Now Kyle Carey. Johnson, quite the legs to get back to Martin. He's now hooked it in. Shipman's there, big. It's just a shooting. Just didn't allow him to get the power behind it. Comfortable save for Woods. Now Zito. His ball up towards Sample. Jostling with Jack Downs, but he has found Mazzano. Turns away from Kyle Carey. Now Patrick Zito again in centre back. Max Johnson on the way through. He was able to find Tyrell Shannon Lewis. Steele's ready to whip it in, but it's snatched away from him at the last minute by Dylan Parker, who also plays it out off Steele. Well played from the Sphinx. Number 7, who's one of the stars of pre-season. Stewart now moving over to Leamington. It's reopening the door for Parker. Head of Shipman and again by Johnson, but no one home. Catch for Woods. Zito. And Martin was grabbed and pushed away from the ball by Corey Grantham. That's going to be one of the most clear free kicks you can see all day. And Now Lewis Guest with around 12 minutes to go. Looking to send this one right into Quorn's back garden. Guest. It's just over Matty Shipman. Apologies, looks like I've been behind Joe Percy. Johnson's target was Carey, but cut out by Carey's opposite number 10 in Sample. Going to send Shannon Lewis on his way, but it drifts to the left and out. Down to Alex in the centre circle, Kyle Carey. Followed all the way by Noble. Carey beating in the pace. Martin making the overlap. Carey's cross, and it was drifting away from Matty Shipman into the hands of Woods. There was no doubt who he was looking for. Steele. Plays against the number 11, the Webb trying to get it in. Undeterred by those appeals. Battling with Percy. Now Wood was trapped back to help out. Across to the edge of the penalty area. Slide by Martin. Didn't get contact with the ball, but it took Noble's eye off possession for a moment. Grantham back to Noble, was looking for the head of Shannon Lewis. But Cannon Whiteside, quick thinking to ensure it didn't reach him. It's out on the far side for a ball throw. Throw in his paw. Still trying to return on the header. Straight out. 35 minutes gone. Coventry Sphinx 0, Quorn 0. We are starting to see some opportunities now. It's been a long old wait. But Sphinx have got the free kick. Up his options from inside the Sphinx half. Swiftly sends it into Quorn territory. Sito, and cleared by the number 5. Webb. Sphinx have got the throw there as the angle was tightened by Johnson. Parker halfway into Quorn's half, will look to find the sky blue shirt in and around that penalty area. Long run up by Percy towards Shipman. It's past Shipman and it's over Parker into the hands of Woods. Away by Woods. Lewis. Can he sift it through to Graham? No, Martin too quick. And sends the clearance out. Off Tyrell, Shannon Lewis. Throw into Sphinx, level with their own penalty area. They can afford no mistakes in this position. To Lewis again. Shoots it in Steele from Webb United. Ball to Webb, under hit and on the slide. Percy gets there. And Dylan Parker absolutely fuming as he was dragged down by his collar. First yellow card coming out, and it's punished to Jordan Goff. Got on the halfway line, ready to turn and straight towards the net. The only way the corner defender could think of stopping him was very much illegal. Mazzano. Oh, and Whiteside's leg taken away. Free kick to Coventry Sphinx as I think Lewis was trying to tap the ball away from him, ended up taking the leg with him. One thing they've been had. Guest. Right to the box. Shipman knotted up, no one behind. Johnson will try and get their head of steel, but it is the left back's ball. Sam. Take it into the path of Jack Downs, who's been rather quiet today in a holding midfield role. Ship ball to Parker, nodded into touch by Mazzano. Top to take on the halfway line. Johnson wants their ball. Bezic right behind him. It's to Parker. To Martin. Trio of red shirts in front of him. He got past one, and he get past the second here. Bezic tried to tap it away and tried to trip carry as well. It's tipping from Cannon Woodward, but brought down safely by Woods. It was just going to be too high for the goalkeeper. Below that crossbar, they did fall into the grateful grasp of the Quorn #1 as we're about to enter the final 5 minutes of this first half. Zito challenging for the side by Max Johnson. Here's Goff. Bezic the skipper. Match the run of Webb. Bounces into the hands of Keelan Fallows. Goalkeeper not going to get Sphinx on their front foot. It's too short for Shipman to reach Bezic, not to the cross to Mazzano. Asking a bit too much of Grantham there as Callum Martin checks to see that the #7 isn't going to reach that ball. His instincts are right. Rolls out just about level with the Sphinx penalty area for a home throw. Again, we are going off air, I should say, here at Sphinx Drive. We're around 10 minutes at half time, so get yourself a glass of something cold or a mug of something hot, get back here before area. Martin shoulder to shoulder with Grantham, and Grantham out muscles Martin. Referee blows the whistle for the free kick. And a word of warning for the referee saying you've had two now. One more, you're heading in the book. Out Grantham, referee says nothing doing. Quorn to mop it up at the back, and Mazzaro on the slide can only send it out for a Sphinx throw. Sphinx knocking on Quorn's back door again. Carey gets enough on it to Matty Shipman. Can Shipman get the shot away? No, he can't see a thread in front of him. Now here's Johnson, crossing by Johnson towards Parker at the far post. Miss in the air by Noble. And now the counter begins with Webb taking on Joe Percy, up to Shannon Lewis. A crucial slide in from Percy, takes it away. Stumbled by Grantham, but finds Noble. Grantham wants it back on the overlap. Corey Grantham looking to duck and dive away from Martin, crossing, and at the far post is Sandville, dives straight into the back of Joe Percy. Didn't get enough on the ball to send towards the goal anyway. The free kick is given in the favour of the blue and whites. sides have defended very well. It's increasingly likely we're going into half-time with no goals to mention. Follows. Make contact. Granford backs into Martin, who takes up the ball. And down the centre of the park, looking for Kyle Carey, but collected on the edge of his area by Woods, who quickly launches to Mazzano. Shipman trying to keep up with the number 2, and does. And they're going to shield it into touch. They didn't have the legs on it, so instead slices it across to Keenan Fires. What a run that was by Matty Shipman. Anything this man can't do. Brilliant stuff. Racing half the length of the pitch with Charlie Mazzano. He surely could do no damage. Now we're at the other end of the park. Goff with a diving header there to keep it away from Parker. Bezic. And with Sample. There's a 1-2 with Grantham. Kerry Grantham. Bezic was the target, but poked away by Max Johnson. Now it's with Parker. Chest control by Shipman on the long ball. Carey taken out by the strong Patrick Zito. And Carey stays down, but Guester's got it back. Momentarily loses out to Sample. Feeds it into the area for Shannon Lewis, and a trip by Lewis. Guest on Sample. Free kick right on the fringes of the penalty area as Carey's back on his feet. The most dangerous move of the match so far. As we're about to tick into added time, it's one that Coventry Sphinx wanted to concede. It's definitely one that I wish they don't concede from. Time slipping away in this first half as Ryan Bezic places the ball. He's got Corey Grantham looking over it too. Will they go for goal or look for a red shirt? It's Bezic, high, over the bar. Got a decent kibble on it, but it doesn't really matter when it's about a foot over the bar. Maybe that 4 foot. Unfortunately, we don't know how much added time there will be, but we do know it's not going to be as much as we've seen in some of the EFL matches this season. Time wasting, I wouldn't say is allowed at this level, but it's not picked up upon as much as in the senior leagues, as it's follows, curls out just past the Coventry Sphinx gantry. Throw into the head of Martin. Johnson. Now with Callum Woodward. Play into space for Parker. First cross is blocked by Steele. We get a second crack at it. Steele on the slide takes it away from the feet of Parker. He tried to send back in his way, but it rolls into one more opportunity for the break for the home side. Downs. Skiers down the right hand side. Stayed in, I believe, or kick. We've got about a minute of added time. Before we go off there, we'll make sure to tell you the current scores in the Premier League of the Championship. There's a cracking game going on between Southampton and Norwich. Zito strolling away from his own net. Easy what he's trying to do there, looking for the head of Grantham, but don't know if the wing caught it, but it just curled towards the touchline and went over it. Shipman fell pushing the back, referee says no foul. Seconds forward to Woodward, who's volleyed it up towards Parker. And deflected out of Goff, I should say. Sphinx are going to take their time. They're going to do this right. Could be the last chance before half-time. Percy, all the distance he can on the run-up, so he gets more on the throw. He even Guest is up. Here it comes from Percy, towards Guest at the near post. Goff's header, only as far as Parker! So close, right on the whistle. Grazes the woodwork on the way through. Dylan Parker coming the closest any team has come in this match. In the last couple of seconds before the whistle was blown. But it's half-time here at the Coventry Industrial Supplies Arena. Coventry Sphinx 0, Quorn AFC 0. And before we go off there for half-time, we'll take you through the current scores in the Premier League and the Championship. So in the Premier League, one full time to bring you Arsenal 2, Nottingham Forest 1. That was the early kick-off. Bournemouth 0, West Ham 0, Brighton 1, Luton Town 0, Everton 0, Fulham 0, and Sheffield United 0, Crystal Palace 0. Also say about the World Cup match, the Women's World Cup, England 2, Colombia 1, that's the final score, England through to the semi-finals. In the Championship, one full-time score to bring you, of course, Coventry City 3, Middlesbrough 0, for the Sky Blues. Huddersfield 0, Leicester 0, Hull City 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Ipswich 1, Stoke 0, Millwall 0, Bristol City 0, Preston North End 1, Sunderland 1, Rotherham 1, Blackburn 0, and here's what we were telling you about: Southampton 2, Norwich 3. That's a cracking game at St Mary's. Watford 0, Plymouth 0, and West Brom 1, Swansea 0. Those are the half-time scores in the top 2 leagues of professional football. And again, our half-time Sphinx drive, it's 0-0 between Coventry Sphinx and we'll go there for around 10 minutes here on the Sphinx YouTube channel. Stay on the stream, we'll just be going silent, but we'll be back in the second half. Supplies Arena at Sphinx Drive. It's Coventry Sphinx Hill. Yeah, the second half just about to start. You can see no alteration, so it's as you were. Obviously, there was one change in the first half of Coventry Sphinx with Callum Martin being drafted in to replace the injured Jordan Hayward. And we're underway. Like conclusion of Coventry Sphinx's first ever Step 4 match. Sphinx left to right in front of the Sphinx camera. It's Josh Still. Webb. Thinking about curling one in. Webb looking for a shot, in fact, and it's blocked off well by Percy. Percy capitalising on that little stumble from Webb. Shipman the target. Shipman won it, and it's a throw for the home side. Another ball's going to be needed. Martin. On with the head of Shipman, only as far as Noble. Downs. It's passing with Samples. Quorn have possession now, would say. Martin lunging in, preventing the inroads on the right side of Charlie Mazzano. Thrown around the halfway line for Quorn. Just having a word with Jack Samples and Jack Downs. Two Jacks. Two feelings. Let's get back to the action. Mazzano. Zito. Carey and Mazzano stumbles into touch. Coventry Sphinx have the throw halfway into Quorn territory. A big second half for Sean Thomas and John Woodward's side. Woodward. Martin skips away from the challenge now, bundled over. Referee says no foul by Jack Samples. Locking onto the head of Callum Whiteside. Woodward looks to send it back into the danger zone, headed away by Mazzano. This place pass collected by Percy. Still nodded it downwards, collected by Parker and safely back into the Coventry Sphinx penalty area with Whiteside. Now Fallows, who had a very quiet first half. I hope that it's not as quiet this time. Whiteside. Caught in the wind there, curls out on this right hand side. Conditions not making things easy for the long ball game, and another match ball is going to be needed. Losing them left, right, and centre here. The ball thrown over Josh Steele there. Up by Steele, it's the head of Percy. Johnson barged down from behind by Percy. Referee says no foul. Chest control by Lewis. And that's with Paddy Webb. Held up by Percy. Webb looking for space to shoot. And it's lobbed it over. I believe that was a cross. Whatever the effort was from Jack Samples, it wasn't worrying Fallows in a month of Sundays. Taken. There goes from Fallows, causing the wind. Goff. It's going on now, and it eventually falls to Samples. Steele wants it down line. Here is Josh Steele. Samples with him. Sweeps it up to Bezic. And over the line for a goal kick. Bezic for the final touch, coming off Max Johnson, who shielded it into touch. There as shit went from the side, but it's Afro from this near side. Sphinx lurking menacingly around that penalty area. By Percy, but it's straight back where it came from by Bezic. Throwing again. And again, Percy going for the run-up. There it goes. Can only find Bezic. Cleared as far as Max Johnson on the edge of the area. Sets up Percy for the cross. It was a leap in from Samples. Maybe took it off the ball. It's easily cleared. Noble gets there ahead of Johnson. Martin high into the sky. Zito leaping over Shipman. Shipman gets to the second zone, only as far as Goff. Neither side being able to maintain possession for more than 5 seconds, really. It's hoofed out for a Sphinx goal kick. Goal kick quickly taken by Fallows. Whiteside. Back where it came from by Zito. Off the head of Woodward. Brought down and locked it away by Jack Downs. Collected by Josh Steele, the left back. Bezic. One side trying to shepherd Webb into touch. Well, he didn't do so, but he opened the door for Percy to sweep in and snatch the loose ball. Runs into opposition, but plays a 1-2 with Shipman. Percy dragged down and somehow trying to store back onto his feet. How on earth has Percy conceded a foul there? Percy was scrambling to get back onto his feet while the Quorn players were all over him. While he was on the deck, and somehow the referee's giving it against him. Well, that is one decision I really do not understand. Goff launches it towards the edge of the penalty area. Graham towards Lewis. Martin now trying to slide it away and does as far as Mazzano. Corey Grantham. Mazzano couldn't get there before Martin, who launches it out. Throw in to Quorn, level with the box, taken quickly by Grantham. Charlie Mazzano, back to Corey Grantham, couldn't control, allowing Carey to sweep it and take it. Upfield to Shipman, challenge from high by Zito, takes it away from him. Now, once again, they're knocking on the back door. Zito. Bezic. Tracking back now through the centre circle. It's with Goff. Quorn to play out from the back once more. Shannon Lewis. Steele cuts in on Dylan Parker. Back to Steele. Trying to calm things down. Crossfield pass for Grantham. Didn't meet him onto the head of Martin, but headed back recovered by Mazzano. Martin again, Kyle Carey in another alien part of the field, tracking back also as a left wing back here, trying to stride away from Jack Samples, but he's dragged to the deck. Free kick to the Sphinx. Section from Dylan Parker. keep it in, but at least he keeps it away from Shipman for now. Quick throw taken to Dylan Parker. Parker's delivery, Woodward waiting, doesn't reach it thanks to the head of Zito. Down to the left-hand side. Ducking and diving, trying to get the ball in. He does, but it's swiped away from Bezic. As far as Carey. Fantastic, fancy football from Kyle Carey. Into the area he goes. Can he pull it back? Kyle Carey. Challenged by Zito, holds him up. Down line to Martin. And tried to play it back to Carey, who knew he was offside, and it's out for a goal kick. Lovely free-flowing football from Coventry Sphinx. But still yields no goals. About 55 minutes of action. Here at Sphinx driving the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. Coventry Sphinx 0, Quorn 0 is the current score. From Parker, that's his Shipman, finally gets the opportunity, but doesn't put it in the back of the net. In fact, the goalkeeper has got a hand on it. It had goal written all over it from Matty Shipman, but it appears that Wood was able to pluck it wide off the post. But they will get another opportunity. Woodward with the corner. Guest is up there, and it's headed in! Coventry Sphinx have scored. There's Callum Whiteside with the header! Brilliant delivery from Whiteside leapt for it, glancing header from the number 6 and nestled it into the bottom corner. Sphinx have finally taken the lead against Coventry Shipman, but Whiteside was there to ensure waiting and waiting for that opportunity. It came, they delivered. But now Quorn immediately on the front foot and slipped in now for Paddy Webb to pull it straight back, and he's done it! Paddy Webb slides it in past Fallows, straight from the kickoff. Well, goals are like buses in Coventry. You wait an hour for one, and two come along in the space of a minute. Webb found in plenty of space in the area, sized up his moment, and Fallows could do nothing to allow him. From despair to joy in the space of 60 seconds, and it's all square yet again. Well, I know it's only the first league match of the season, but I'm not sure you're going to see a more dramatic 60 seconds in the entirety of the next 10 months. Coventry Sphinx taking the lead through Callum Whiteside, but literally straight from the kickoff, there was Webb to drag them back. Goodness me, what a match. It has just roared into life. And there's a change coming now for Quorn, as heading on to replace Tyrell Shannon Lewis is Fabang Doob. So it looks like Grantham's actually going to be going up front now for Quorn. Throw launched in by Percy. Shipman's in and line down towards Johnson, but hooked up by Samples. Now the fresh legs of doom. Spots Grant from the left-hand side, couldn't get the control right. He's going to have to go something to keep it in, and he has done, and gets there ahead of Lifeside, but takes it straight into the path of the Sphinx number 6. Only as far as Steele. Webb. In towards the near post by Josh Steele, claimed by Fallows. Have you woken up yet? It wasn't the most pretty of opening hours of this match, but my oh my, the last couple of minutes has made up for it. Fallows down the centre of the park looking for Shipman. It's over Shipman's head and sent into the sky by Goff. Bounces in front of Downs, who's wrestling for it with Samples, and well, Samples went for an overhead kick, and now the referee saying that it's a free kick to Quorn. Oh, and head-to-head stuff there, literally, between Samples and Downs, who, let's just say, are not going to be on each other's Christmas card list. And Samples still trying to get in the head of the Sphinx players, Woodward and Downs, showing their displeasure with some of Samples' words. And it is a yellow card for the Quorn number 10. Taken just outside the centre circle in Sphinx turf. Bezic in towards Webb. Surely not again, off the crossbar! And skied by Cranford. Webb was that close to scoring a second goal in the space of 4 minutes. Sphinx have got to get grounded, they've got to get back in the game plan. As it seems now that Quorn have got the bit between their teeth. Follows away into the centre circle. Johnson gonna bring it to feet. Samples, it's a tough task for Webb, but he's got there. Slide in by Percy, snatches it away from him. Joe Percy. Now Jack Downs. Shipman having his arm held there, but Zito gets there first regardless. Bezic, and interception made by Shipman, and Callum Woodward dragged down from behind. Kane Noble absolutely incensed, banging the ground in frustration, but Woodward has gone down hurt. And Woodward in considerable pain. Of course, hope he's okay. The physio called over. It's like a problem with the right ankle. Well, Woodward wanted desperately to be part of today's proceedings. He was advised to take a few weeks off after suffering a bit of a knock in pre-season. He missed the FA Cup match, but he was not missing today's game. Yellow card for Kane Noble. Woodward back on his feet. Woodward allowed to stay on the field. Players have help from the physio. They have to leave the field for a moment, but it's not happening here. Sphinx sub is being prepared as Guest launches it in towards Shipman. It's around mid-air by back underway with Woods. Edge of the penalty area for Coventry Sphinx, put away by Lewis Guest. We're taking no chances with Dubé right next to him. Referee checking that Woodward's okay, but thankfully he's just tying his shoelaces. Taken now through Charlie Mazzano. Duba. Mazzano and flicked on. Jack Samples, Mazzano with the cross. It's a high one. Too high. Peter Crouch on stilts wasn't getting his head on that one. And it's out for a goal kick. Well, Luke Downs is jogging up and down the touchline, so I would assume he's going to be coming on for Callum Woodward. Samples wants to see Quorn hit a higher gear. They're going to take the 3 points. Parker thought he kept it in as it fell just in front of the Sphinx gantry. Had the throw. This time it was the number 10 Samples able to red shirt, in fact found touch. Throw, not back where it came from Joe Percy. It was Goff who got his head on that one. Goff moving into more of a midfield role. Besic tracking back into centre back. Percy. Johnson the target, no back where it came from by Goff. Samples. That's link up with his old mate Jack Downs there. Webb. That's fantastic pressure from Joe Percy, putting him on balance. Sent high into touch, and now Percy will get another go from the throw. Percy, too close to Steele. Slide by Woodward, straight back to Josh Steele. Look to send Grantham on the run, but it's well ahead of Grantham. Fallows, first time boots towards the centre circle and brought down beautifully by Max Johnson. The pressure from Doob. Martin smacks it up against Kane Noble. Noble has got there this time, but Carey dispossesses him from behind. Max Johnson, Duke with a challenge. Seconds for to Guest. Now here come Quorn once more with Besic. Plays a 1-2 with Grantham. Corey Grantham kills it over the back line. Besic has to slide to keep it in, allowing Martin to connect and play it out on the far side. For level with their own penalty area. Noble, result in a Sphinx throw. Callum Martin. Plucked out of the air by Doob. The second's collected by Parker. Parker through Zito, back to Charlie Woods. White side. Team one, they're just booting it from the back. Oh, this time Josh Steele swipes it past Parker. Jack Samples, overlap being made by Steele. Eventually Steele is played in, shields from Percy, but interception made by Downs. Prevents Steele from making inroads. Shipman Arch just behind Jack Downs. And out for the throw. Vito strolling away from his penalty area. High ball for Bezic. Had to go something to keep it. Samples. Percy able to volley it over. Cushion volley to Parker. Again, Jack Downs. No sky blue shirts there. He's just giving it back to Quorn. Woods. High one towards Webb. Picked on by Webb. The man there was the sky blue shirt of Whiteside. And again, trying to hook it up towards Matty Shipman, but miles off him. It's almost like in rugby where you see they just keep on booting the ball up from the back and give it away to the other team. Both sides are doing it. Now there's action towards the penalty area as Goff felt Shipman breathing down his neck and has to turn and boot it out. Just down line for the penalty area, Sphinx had the throw. With Downs ready to come on, he's going to have to wait. It's a short one from Joe Percy to Callum Woodward. Cross deflected out of Kane Noble, corner to Sphinx. We all know what happened with the last one. So Woodward will stay on the field to take this corner kick. It's going to be worth keeping on the field just for his set pieces alone. Callum Woodward. Keeper calling for it, didn't claim it, but there's a foul on the goalkeeper by Dylan Parker. And Sphinx are ready to make the change now. Well, they were, but the game's been started before they could. Granville trying to flick it on, but his standing leg. Johnson. Parker should keep this one in and does right on the touchline. Taken out on the slide by Josh Steele. Referee says goal kick. Well, logic would dictate that if it's not a foul, it's a corner because the player would have got the ball, but I'm not entirely sure about that one. And here comes the change. It is, as we thought, Callum Woodward handing the armband over to Lewis Guest. And he will be replaced by Luke Downs. And the substitution for Quorn, Kane Noble, replaced by Reese Fife. One of 3 players dropped from last week's defeat to Carlton. "20 minutes to go. Coventry Sphinx 1, Quorn 1. Downs giving orders. The Sphinx midfield. It's the first change that's rotated. Sphinx. Samples crowded out on the edge of the area, but Quorn aren't giving up. Whiteside to Guest, who gets as far as the head of Bezic. Followed on by Jack Downs. Shipman judged the bounce well, but on the second, beaten in the air by Goff. Johnson, Sphinx have it back. Curls it left over the head of Mazzano to Kyle Carey. Carey with the ball at his feet. Falls to the ground in the penalty area. Referee says no foul. I don't think there was enough contact on it to warrant a penalty. The ball kept in. What a brilliant run this is by Johnson. Pulls it back. And Parker blocked by the back of Steele. We're still alive with Percy. It's coming all the way on. It nearly went in. Just fizzes past the far post. It was closer than Woods imagined it was going to be. Samples saying that Corner losing the game, their second all over. Well, the scoreline saying it's 1-1 at the moment, so a point apiece is on the cards for both. Martin drills it up to Carey. Goes down at the challenge, and Carey's hurt. Carey is hurt, he's staying down, but at the other end, Quorn push on. with Corey Grantham, charged down by Lewis Guest on the right side of the penalty area. Guest trying to wrestle it away from Grantham, but the referee has to stop the game now. Kyle Carey in serious pain. And the physio called over. If Carey can't continue, we'd imagine, with the attacking options, it will be Antonio Cristofaro, who heads on for his home debut. Joining us here on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel. It's Coventry Sphinx 1, Quorn 1. 2 goals inside a minute. Callum Whiteside with a header from the corner, straight up the other end. It was Paddy Webb who sliced it into the near post to level the score. Back on his feet, wanted to leave the field for a moment after receiving help from the physio. Less than 15 minutes to go. It's going to be an intriguing finale of the Sphinx Industrial Supplies Arena. Back into touch by Luke Downs as Carey is recalled into action. Towards the centre circle from the front. Steele. Looking to regain the momentum. Paddy Webb. Back to Steele. Down line with Bezic. Steele returns to Bezic. Challenge in from Parker. Deflects the cross out. Corner kick to Quorn. Try saying that 5 times fast. Here at Sphinx Drive. Referee halting proceedings as Quorn encroaching on the goalkeeper a bit too much. Doob and Grantham, I believe. Shipman in there trying to even the odds, as is Jack Downs. Goes by the goalkeeper, didn't quite get the second contact on it, but it's out on the edge of the area with Dylan Parker, who was thinking about playing it back to 5s, but saw there was still 4 players in there. Rolls across to the right from Mazzaro. Again, Mazzaro again. Patient build-up play and a soft free kick given, a little hand in the back from Luke Downs. Referee gives the free kick in favour of Fife. Just in from the right touchline, knocking on the door of the penalty area. This could be a very dangerous scenario for the home side. Delivery from Bezic has to be perfect for the visitors. Sends it in. Doob's up there. Well, delivery was great, but the header from Zito wasn't. by Steele. Percy's header only as far as Webb. Red kick from Samples, and Whiteside slices it out on this near side. Throwing just down the line from the penalty area on the left flank for Quorn. Percy plays it out for a throw with just a few minutes remaining. Had to get that one right. Sample looking to get the cross in. Front line from Percy. Goff. Tapped on by Sample only as far as Percy. Shipman's going to have to race up to beat Zito to the punch. Zito gets there first. Now Woods. Oh, maybe took one touch too many there. Should have played it out first time. Shipman nearly catching him in possession. Here's Fife. Checkdown's beating Samples to the seconds, only as far as Zito. Onto the head of Lewis. Guess for Coventry Sphinx. Pushing the back on Kyle Carey. From Charlie Mazzano. And Coventry Sphinx have a free kick about 7 or 8 yards from the halfway line into Quorn territory. Johnson can guess head it across. He can. Whiteside's in there, and the goalkeeper clashes into his own player, but has crucially claimed the ball. Quick throw to Samples. Parker trying to close him down. Samples. Fife avoids the slide of Jack Downs. Sorry, Luke Downs, I should say. The ball behind Du, but he has got there on the far side of the field. Du looking for a route in, tangles legs with Callum Martin, and the referee is going to pull out the book and the yellow card. Free kick on the right corner of the penalty area. It has been a frustrating game for both sides. I'd probably say more frustrating for Sphinx. They took the lead, and 60 seconds later, it was level. By Bezic, nodded up by Shipman, and a foul on the goalkeeper, as it did end up in the back of the net, but whistle already blew for a foul on Keelan Fallows. Encroachment from Quorn, trying to muscle the goalkeeper out of the equation. Downs hooks it right, look back where it came from, and Jack Downs caught by Paddy Webb. Free kick to Sphinx. Sky getting rather dark. Might get some rain before the end of the match. To Woods. About to enter the final 5 minutes. The highlights of tonight's match will be available tomorrow afternoon on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel. Subscribe if you're new, if you haven't already, for exclusive coverage from the club this season. Fife receives from Bezic. Samples down line with Mazzano. Goff. Should keep coming. And handball against Paddy Webb, and Percy wants to start quickly. And Webb possibly stopping from doing so. Paddy Webb. And the softest free kick you'll see all day there for a little hand in the shoulder by Jack Downs. And now 5 racing away from Downs. Can Quorn snatch it at the death? Downs putting his body on the line there to slide it away. And now Kyle Carey at the other end, trying to create some space for a cross. Kyle Carey gets the cross in now while he tried to, and it connects with the back of Masavo. Martin stumbles into touch under the challenge of Doob, and it will be a throw into Sphinx, level with the penalty area. Time is running out. We're into the last 4 minutes. Percy preparing a Gunnarsson special. Launches it in. Can he find a sky blue shirt? Guest is in there. Punch from the goalkeeper. Referee says the Guest got the final touch. Now Fallows with the goal kick. Cranford gets his head on it. Glance onto Webb. Can Webb double his money and take the points home? I think he was trying to pull it back for Doob, but Jack Downs sends it out on the slide. With added time, it'll be 5 minutes overall, so that's 3 minutes of normal time, 2 have added. Bezic. He's going to go long despite the short option of Samples. Zito up for it. Beaten mid-air by Guest. Shipman has got to try and get himself over around the park. At the moment, he's got to try and get clear of Zito, and he concedes the throw. Still very much in Sphinx's final third. Doob spinning away from Downs. And bundled to the ground by the substitutes. Free kick on the right-hand side of the Sphinx penalty area, earned by Fapang Doob. Bezic on the free kick. Let's go. Be the winner. Zito up there. It's Shipman. It's away at the far post. And Sample looking hard for a throw. And it is a Quorn throw. Sam Ellis is going to come on momentarily for Coventry Sphinx. The throw taken with Samples. Steals an option, but goes for the cross himself. Grantham's there. Glancing header by Guest. Collected on the far side by Grantham and shepherded out for the corner. Last minute of normal time here at Sphinx Drive. And at the moment, it's Quorn who look more likely to take all 3 points if either team is to do so. It's Bezic in. Zito heads it over. Couldn't keep the effort down. If he did, Quorn could be heading back up the M69 with 3 points in their back pocket. And a change for Coventry Sphinx. Max Johnson withdrawn. And Sam Ellis on in his place. Fallows is receiving treatment. The last thing the Sphinx need with a tense finale to come is an injured goalkeeper, because they don't have a substitute goalie on the bench. Fallows is back in his feet, and of course, even though he has received help from the physio, he doesn't have to lead the field as he is a goalkeeper. 4 minutes added time. telling us on the far side of the field there is 4 minutes of added time. Will it be enough for either side to take home the spoils? Percy with a standing challenge in on the side on Webb. As with Dylan Parker. Shipman wants it down the right. Parker obliges. It's Matty Shipman. Ellis waiting in the area. Needs support. Percy's there with him. Laces off to Percy. And the cross deflected out off the arm of Josh Steele, but it will be a corner. After all the Quorn pressure, Sphinx would love it if they were the ones to get the late goal. And it could still happen. They haven't got the delivery of Callum Woodward, however. It's going to be Kyle Carey from the right side. No more changes in the offing. Looks like this is the way we're ending. Woodward off the field, so it's Carey to deliver what they hope will be the winning cross. It's Guest at the far post, heads to the cross, wide side, Shipman, size it! Will it be kept in? It's going to be another corner. Shipman just sent his boot as high as he could and thought that because he was so close it would just end up straight in the back of the net. I don't know whether it was Shipman who sent it sky high, but it didn't end up across the line and will go for another corner. And the referee halts play for the moment. There's a bit of a disagreement between Fife and Parker. Ellis and Downs waiting on the edge of the area. Carey standing over the ball. This is it. It's headed in. It's headed in. It's over the line. No! Sphinx absolutely furious. They're incensed. They're adamant it crossed the line. It's not in towards the net. The referee's giving a free kick to Sphinx. Deep into the midfield. We'll have to consult the replay on that one. I'm not entirely sure there's a crowd of bodies in the way. But the fans behind the goal who had a clear view, there is no doubt in their minds that was a Sphinx goal. But they're not going to take no for an answer. Carey in, wide side up. It's Steele onto this near side. White side, shields it into the corner, looking to take the corner kick. Goal kick. He tried to play it out off the defender, couldn't do so. And Sphinx still making their feelings abundantly clear. They think they've been robbed of a winner. Have elapsed. Can they snatch it? For Bang Doob. Can he get it in the area? Sent out for the corner by Whiteside. There could yet be one last twist in this tale. Bezic places the ball for what will surely be the final attacking move in this match. Sphinx came within inches of taking the 3 points. Can Quorn do it now? It's launched in, glancing header by Guest across to the far side. Cross charge down by Ellis. And a free kick given for an infringement on Sam Ellis. Sphinx with a free kick on the right side of their own box. Surely there can't be more time for another opportunity. We've had 5.5 minutes of time. Follows with the free kick. stay silent for now. Shipman's up for it. Nodded out by Goff. Percy will have one more opportunity to send it in Gunnarsson style into the penalty area. It is last chance saloon, there's no doubt about it. Percy towards Shipman. Nodded down. Luke Downs, can he take the effort? Laid it off Sam Ellis. He's got Carey on the left. Carl Carey steps inside. Legs it off for Parker. Cross nodded away by Zito. And the final whistle blows on a hotly contested match. And in probably what I would call a fair result. It'll be so unfortunate for either team to lose such a competitive game. It does end all square. Sphinx were convinced they had the winner right at the death in the 92nd minute. But the flag stayed down, the whistle stayed silent, and we end the opening day at the Sphinx Industrial Supplies Arena in the Northern Premier League Midlands. At Coventry Sphinx 1, Quorn 1. Well, thanks for joining us here on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel. The first match in the league that we've covered, and it has been a real pleasure to be with you. Would have been amazing if the lads could have got the 3 points, but it just wasn't to be on this occasion. But it is such a proud moment to see Coventry Sphinx in step 4 football. Absolutely fantastic stuff. But we'll leave you with that final score in mind. We're back with a game, I believe, against Gresley next. The highlights will be available tomorrow afternoon here on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel. But once again, final score 1-1 between Coventry Sphinx and Quorn. We'll see you next time.